Live from our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news begins now.
Students across the state will be able to spend more quality time outdoors with the release of more grant funding from the state government. But the announcement has been marred by more accusations of bullying and toxic workplace culture in the state service, this time in the Teachers Registration Board.
Spending their day out and about, these Romaine Park students know the value of outdoor play.
I love seeing people, especially young people, off their devices. So I think this is a really good way to do that, and it creates better friendships.
Children and young people in Burnie now have better access to free outdoor activities thanks to a state government grant fund. A previous round funding a mountain bike track in the school's backyard.
It really encourages that physical activity and well-being, to be able to come out and be able to socially interact.
Parklands High is one of the 25 schools sharing in the $500,000 kitty. The cash earmarked for new gym equipment to improve youth well-being.
It's really positive that through the voice of children and young people that a fund has been created to improve, enhance facilities, recreational facilities.
But wellbeing concerns in another part of our education system have prompted another review. The Teachers Registration Board accused of harbouring a toxic workplace culture.
Well, it's very concerning that people don't feel safe and well at work in a government job.
A review of the board's workplace culture will be completed by an independent workplace relationships specialist.
I'm pleased that they have an independent consultant, a leadership coach, brought in to deal with these matters. But we're seeing this across a number of government agencies.
Any review into workplace culture is there to identify how we can make improvements, and there always should be continuous improvement.
When it comes to office culture, it seems playtime is over. Annie Green, 7 Tasmania News.
The federal government is driving forward with plans to improve pedestrian safety on the Tasman Bridge. It will be the structure's first major upgrade since 1975, with millions of dollars pumped into the planning stage.
Making a vital link between east and west safer and stronger. The Albanese government putting $5 million towards scoping and planning upgrades on the Tasman Bridge.
The Tasman Bridge is in constant need of maintenance and making sure that we stay on top of the issues.
Cyclists and pedestrians set to benefit with wider pathways, improved lighting and better safety barriers on the cards.
There will be upgraded traffic management as well, which will actually see congestion eased because it will be an electronic management system as opposed to the manual one.
It's part of a $130 million project between state and federal governments to bring the bridge's pathways in line with contemporary standards, but the parties still aren't seeing eye to eye.
Just about every infrastructure project they have been involved in this state is delivered late and over budget.
It comes after the Bridgewater Bridge's due date was pushed back from 2024 to mid-2025.
Yes, it's slightly delayed. It's a very big project, but all Tasmanians that have driven past it in recent times can see that a lot of work's being done and that a lot of people being employed. Drivers asked to be cautious of workers, follow posted speed limits and obey traffic controllers' instructions in the meantime. Brianna Boylan, 7 Tasmania News.
Thousands of Jack Jumpers fans packed into My State Bank Arena this afternoon for the team's final home game before the Christmas long weekend. Fans decking the arena in green, eager for an early Christmas present, a win over bitter rivals, the Sydney Kings. Some fans were in a festive mood, using the game as a chance to buy some last-minute Christmas gifts. The Jack Jumpers will play their next home game on Christmas Day against the Phoenix. For Tasmanians hoping to send Christmas cards and presents in time for the big day, the deadline is drawing very near. Tuesday is the last chance to send gifts within Tasmania or to the mainland, except for Western Australia and Northern Territory. Express Post will be available until Thursday for interstate deliveries at a higher cost. The Jack Jumpers will roll into the NBL's festive stretch on a losing note, going down to the Sydney Kings 90-82 this afternoon. Despite 22 points from Jordan Crawford, Sydney's defence overwhelmed Tasmania throughout the game.
Fresh off a narrow defeat in Perth, conquering the Kings became a must for Tasmania. Sydney showing their court speed early on. Jonah Bolden made his presence known from the three-point line. Jack McVeigh firing back in equal measure.
I did it, Jack McVeigh, the last possession down the floor, and here he is hitting another.
The flowing Kings causing concern for the home side. Marcus Lee looked to inject himself into the game, but a 9-0 start to the second quarter gave the Kings a mini break. Despite some magic, an uncharacteristically sloppy Jack Jumpers wasted chances, scoring just 9 second quarter points. The visitors lethal at the other end.
Adams probing the defence, Glover outside, connects.
Down at half-time, Scott Ross demanded more energy in the third. Jordan Crawford scored some extra attention. Milton Doyle was beginning to find his range, but Jalen Galloway was damaging at the other end for the Kings.
The shot he was supposed to take.
Galloway in the spin cycle and the finish.
Sean McDonald doing his bit to keep the home side in the hunt.
Here's McDonald in the corner, rattles another one in.
5 behind at the final change. The Jackies were hoping their trademark fast-finishing style would save them.
Back the other way comes Crawford. Couple of heavyweights trading blows. Crawford for his first 3 of the game. What a time to do it.
But as Tasmania asked questions, Sydney were finding answers. Jalen Galloway near unstoppable under the net.
Galloway moving inside, gets another one to go. Jalen Galloway is having himself a day.
Their defence strangled Tasmania, the Jackies giving up 19 turnovers, which led to points for the visiting side.
Magnay out on Adams, who gets in.
No early Christmas present for Tasmania's team, going down by 8. John Hunt, 7 Tasmania News.
Georgia Baker will head into the Tour Down Under in strong form after winning twice at last night's Austral wheel race meet in Melbourne. Starting off in the wheel race, Baker encountered drama midway through the ride. She managed to avoid being tangled up in a horror crash which wiped out parts of the field. The Launceston rider put the incident behind her, moving through the peloton to win the prestigious event. Baker then backed it up in the Madison with teammate Alex Manley, finishing more than 60 points in front of second place. She also won gold at the National Omnium Championship on Friday night. Launceston's Nathaniel Atkinson has helped Hearts record an upset 2-0 win over reigning champions Celtic overnight. Atkinson playing a role in the second goal, winning a free kick that was stunningly converted by Stephen Kingsley. The result saw Hearts move into third place on the Scottish Premier League table. As they celebrated, Celtic felt the wrath of their fans, booed off the pitch after recording their second loss in a row.
Good evening. Showers extended statewide this morning as a cold front crossed the state, then contracted to the west and south this afternoon. Hobart and St Helens saw the state's top of 24 degrees today. Launceston 21, Devonport 19, 20 in Burnie. Further out, Friendly Beaches, Grove and Bushy Park not far behind with 23. Maria Island 21, 20 for both Wynyard and Low Head. The Islands 19, Strawn 18 and 17 the maximum in Lyweenie. Westerly winds are seen pushing cloud over most of Tasmania today, especially about the west. Partial high-level cloud also drifted over the state throughout the day. Storms are brewing over southwestern WA and southeastern Queensland. Areas of cloud lie over Tasmania and Victoria. Tomorrow, a ridge of high pressure is seen along the Queensland coast and another along the southern coast of WA. A trough lies over the majority of the mainland and a cold front lies to the west of Tasmania. To coastal waters, west to northwesterly winds 15 to 25 knots, tending east to northeasterly 10 to 15 knots in the north during the day, with west to southwesterly swells building to 3 metres. A strong wind warning has been issued tomorrow for the southwest coast. Forecast for Monday, showers increasing in the south, Hobart 21, Dover 19 and 22 expected for ooze. Nice weather for ducks also towards the north, Launceston 21, Devonport 20 degrees, Scottsdale 22. More wet weather on the way for Burnie and Stanley, 19 to the top, also wet in Strawn with 18 degrees. A shower or two for St Helens 24, Swansea 23, much the same in Ross 22 is the maximum. Tuesday, showers easing in the northwest in the evening with possible thunderstorms in the northeast with possible hail about the west and far south. Wednesday morning showers about the west and south, mainly fine otherwise. Thursday, a chance of possible light showers about the east and developing about the northeast in the afternoon. Looking now to mainland conditions for tomorrow, a whopping 43 degrees expected for Alice Springs tomorrow. Sunny in Perth and Broome, partly cloudy in Canberra and Sydney, they're both chasing 29 degrees.